All right, Chastity, let's go ahead and dive into your website with a video review. As we dive in, I do like that, of course, we've got your logo over here on the left, right? And that's always nice to see, like with your name, Chess Coach, right? Clear. And then, of course, we've got our good little navigations up here. That works as well. Now, over on the right side, I am happy to see, of course, that we've got social medias, all of them linking to where we want to go. That's fantastic to see. Let's make sure we bring consistency to these. Like, I love that, of course, with Twitter, we've got the white logo. YouTube, we've got the white logo. Let's do that with Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch as well. Since those are all publicly available, we want to make sure that we use those as correctly as possible. Now, we don't really need a login feature, so let's be sure to delete this. And then we can get rid of some of this extra space. So let's bump this up so it lands right up here. Now, I do like these images, but let's not make this part of the permanent header as well. This is to make this whole thing a huge header comparatively for most websites. Even though these are really important and these do take to different aspects, we don't quite know what they click to on their own. There's no little guidance or text to tell us that these are hyperlinked and that they take us to somewhere specific. So instead, put those on the respective pages, right? So maybe this one goes to your about page. Maybe this one further on, where we actually, instead of just putting a link to it, you pull in an Instagram feed section that's further down below. Right, same over here where it takes to the Amazon. I know that, of course, that links over in books. Let's just leave that over there instead of putting it permanently in the header. Right, the header is just like our quick links, easy to tell, know where it's taking us, and typically stays within the website itself, or clearly identified and as a smaller kind of call to action that we have. And that way, your hero image here, right, which we want to keep the focus on, is clear. Now, as we go to your home page here, where we're at your for portfolio po, I like that, of course, we've got this picture of you, clear name, right? I like the call to action very quickly, but let's be sure not to push them away from your page quite yet on the home page. Instead, let's go ahead and give them the chance to get to know you. So I would put this initially as a get to know you, like more about you, like leads to the about page, and that's going to be a little bit stronger. All right, so as we continue, right, and we move through, I do like that our footer, typically we want to have the contact form on its own, but this works over well and it is nice and simple. And of course, we've got our social links here as well that all also connect, which is very good. Nice, simple, and straight to the point, which is always important to have. Let's dive into your story. So, here's where we get into your story. I love that we break it up. All right, it's easy to read, no big massive walls of text. Here we might include a different picture of you, so that way we've got a couple of options. And I also like, of course, that you have your approach written here as well. Now, as we go through it, think about other visuals that you can include to balance it. And of course, like that we've got buttons that continue to push further and further along. Just be clear when we take things, when it says connect with me, that it tells us where we're going. At this point, if I click on this, there's nothing up here that indicates that this is going to take me to a Twitch page away from your website. And we want to give people, the users, a heads up of where they're going to go. That way they know where they're leading to. All right. So it's good that you showcase your books, all right, and all of those hyperlink over to the Amazon pages, which works really well. You might give a small little section, kind of like this, that gives us an idea of like what each chapter or each book is about. That way, kind of prompts and people know enough that if they want to, they can click on that page to take to the shopping cart to read and learn more under Amazon. All right, now let's take a look at your project. So we, of course, have the two. You've got your Tetris on here. This is really good to showcase. And then we've got a picture, right? And then we've got a nice review. Let's stylize this a little bit more. So I like that we've got our paragraph. Let's give a subheader here, kind of like in the mostly serious example, right? We've got the projects page, and then we've got a title of it. So you might say, Chastity, right? And put that there. And then we've got the description, right? We've got the picture, which is wonderful to see, and then we'll stylize, of course, the review as well, right? And then we'll put another subheader here, right, where it talks about being a chess coach, right? Chess coach, right? Then we have our write-up, we've got our picture, right? And then we'll have our second testimonial that can land right there as well eventually once we get that. So then let's hop over to your contact page, right? I like that, of course, we have the call me maybe, watch me on Twitch. That works out really well. And of course, flows. So I like what you've created here to make it work all in all. Let's do a quick check right here where we go to our alt text to see if this is working. And as we bump down, let's get to a picture, right? White rose, perfect. I love that. Yep, awesome. Mini. many alt texts applied. So excellent work there. You're one of the few of your peers who have made that happen. So excellent work in bringing that to life, and making sure, of course, that it works. All right, overall, good job. And of course, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out.